Hello, today's video we are going to talk about is about restore database table using RMAN in the RAC system. So let's see what is going on before, right? Because as a DBA, you probably always running into the same situation. Say, developer told you we lost some table, or school or a company told you some table is lost, can you recover it? In the 11G, what you have to do, you have two ways to do it. One, if you have RMAN backup, then you can create another database. When you create another database from RMAN backup, you can get table from that database. But big trouble is, say, the terabyte database today is normal. So try to just to restore one single table. You need your extra 1 terabyte space to create a database. That is, looks like the trade-off is not really good. Another way is that you try to avoid this issue because the drop table is always happen. So we're using export import. We export database every day or sometimes every other day to save it. If some table is lost, we can get this table from export very easily. But the problem will be the export import, the method we're using. The export will be create a big dump file. So this is the way in 11G what we're doing, but since 12C until 19C now, this new way you can do it called RMAN backup. You can restore the single table from RMAN backup. You don't need to create the same CIDB for the restore single table. But however, you need some space because later I will show you what really happened when you restore a single table using RMAN. Another one, we don't need to keep this big space taker for export dump file. Here's the test that we're going to do to show how it works. The first, we create a test user and table. We make RMAN backup, we drop database table, and then we're using RMAN restore table to a dump file. We're not going to directly restore in database. The way you have two ways to do it. One, you can restore table directly in database, but another way you can just put in the one file. Later you're going to import it. We are doing the second way. We try to put in the dump file. Make it more complex, we're using another way called reset log in database, which is, say we have RMAN backup. If we reset log in database, is the backup still available? Or you still can do the same thing using RMAN for the one backup that was taken before you reset log. We're going to test that to see if it's still working or not the same way. So after we did this test, we're going to import a table, and then last we're checking restore table. The details here will create two users tables, right? The first one, RMAN backup, you can use it any way. You have script yourself. Then we drop the table. Now we're going to running the RMAN script. The RMAN script, the recovery table, right? This table name until the times where lost it. And then we put in this two destination. One is auxiliary destination. This destination is used by RMAN to create intermediate database there. That's why our I told you needed some space because RMAN did create one database. So data path destination doesn't matter. It's just any place you can put the file, and then it's a file name. So when you're running this one, RMAN is going to create one dump file in this directory. Okay. And then put the last one is no table import. If without this one, RMAN will be directly restore the table in database. We are not doing this way. So we're running this the whole command. It's a script by this way. We're coding this script to do it. When we did this one, we make more complex. We try to, make database reset logs. As I explained to you before, when you reset log, the problem is you have backup before you reset log in database. You still can do it, restore table from the backup or not. We'd like to see we can or we cannot. So what we did is we're using incomplete data recovery. Any way you can do this doesn't matter. And then when you finish the recovery, we do L to database, open, reset logs. And then we check the incarnation. Incarnation should be changed, not like before. The backup was making different times in different incarnation. Then when we do test again, we run this one to see we still can get this table back or not. When we finish test, we're going to import this table. We create, so this is the script that we're using, the par file. Right? We need a database internal directory, and then we try to map because we don't want to put table in original user space, and then we try to map this one to another one. We try to see, hey, when we create a restore, right? According to what we're restored, it's not the really table we have, but in some user, but it's put in a different user. Let's check it. When we finish that one, we check to see is there any table create where there. Let's go. Now I'm going to the Linux.
The first we are going to create some users. The create user, only things you have to pay attention to is the default table space. You cannot use the system or sysocs. If you're using that one, the RMAN restore table is not going to work. So we're using users should be fine. Then we create some tables under this user using the user's table space. So we got users and tables. Let me make sure this table is created under users table space. Okay, we're fine. So next one, we are going to check RMAN quickly to see the incarnation, because we are going to reset log as I explained before in my plan. So we have two indications, 1 or 2. So reset log will be create another one, will be number 3 in theory. Now we already have the backup last night. We are going to drop table now. We have a level 1, level 0 database RMAN backup last night. Table is gone. So we're going to use RMAN restore table. This is a script I explained before. We're going to run it, use the RMAN command. This is the syntax. We put in the restore.log file so we can see it, what is going on. So we start job, we find this restore.log file. Let's check what is going on. I already removed all the information's messages. It takes too long, so I try to limit my video. From here you can see, yes, it created one control file under homework or JT directory. Exactly, it is a shut down this instance and a restart instance. So even you restore a table, what it does, it is create one separate database from your original database. You can see here the start instance, start database. Right? Now they're doing clone database, which is from your backup. But not all of them. The only users a system table space. I removed the old message until it export. Now it export table now in the dump file. Say dump file is gtTest.jt table. Okay, it finished. I didn't show you all of the information. You can see here the dump file was created. Also can see some directory created. That is where new database start. The next one, I'm going to try to reset log for my database, and we are going to see if it's when we reset log, we still can restore this table from the backup. That was taken before we reset log. When we reset log, the log will be go to number 1. And the other database backup before that one may have some trouble. So let's see, I already used a different way to do this. I think it will be something else. I did it. Okay, by now we have a 3 incarnation before 2, right? The current one was after we reset log file. So let's try the same procedure to see it works. I already saved the old file. We rerun this command again. Same file, exactly same, no difference. Using the same command to rewrite it. The old file, I already saved it. Right? You can see dump before reset log. Now this one is going to be the one after reset log. We're running same command, RMAN target, calling this script. We check the log file again. I don't want to go through it again, and then we just go through everything at the end it perform export table again. It works for some reason. I do not know why. I thought it was not able to work, but it worked. It's weird, but it works. When they finish it, they're going to delete everything they created. The new database is gone. And then we got a file exactly as I indicated, the new file. Right? We have two files. One is the before reset log. Another one is to this one. Now let's do the import part. Here is a file I indicated to you before. So there's some work to do. I create another user. The reason is when I do the import, I try to import the table from the JT test to JT test 1. Not put the original one. So even I drop the table, I'm pretty sure it's not there. Let's try another way. We put the table in different user. Now it should go to JT test 1. Let's see what happened. Another thing, we have to create a dump directory. And that will be called a date pump, right? Point it to my home directory, home Oracle JT should be JT directory. Okay. I'm sorry, let me check first. I will check is this name is already used or not. If it's already all used, I don't want to destroy it. So let me check. Should be date pump. The name should be date pump. Okay, we do not have it. So yeah, let's create this one. Okay, we created it. By now, we need to get the permission for the user. I'm using it to JT test and the JT test 1. Okay, now we can do the import. We have data pump already. We have the file. So we use data pump to do it. IMPDP. It should be quick because this is one table is really small. It takes only 1 minute. Okay, it's done. I'm going to check to see what is created. I log in the JT test. In theory, there's no table there because we remapped the table from the JT test to JT test 1 user. So we do not have it. Let's see another user has it or not. Yeah, it did have it. So this is how we do this using RMAN to do the restore table. The things I try to mention is we do need some space.